Hey, it's 713 day. What's up, baby? It's about to go down. We're going to talk about what it was like growing up in that H-Town. So stay tuned because I'm pretty sure you're going to see something that's going to make you say, yeah.
July 13th is a special day in Houston, and simply because it's the numbers of our area code, 713. So on this day, we celebrate what makes Houston unique. Our culture, our music, and just things that people from here understand that other people might not get. So right now, we're going to start with a place where most of us grew up at, and we had teenage experiences there, and we met people and, had a good time. And that's none other than Astroworld.
And one of my favorite memories of growing up in Houston was probably growing up at Astroworld. I think everybody spent hours and hours at Astroworld. You between the ages of probably 36, 37 and up now. You probably spent the majority of your summers going to Astroworld when you were little. Just so much. I remember going to starting off going to Astroworld when I was real little with the daycare or whatever. But as I got older, it pretty much evolved into like not the world, but Houston's largest daycare. People would drop their kids off and they just leave us there all day. It was a different time back then. Everybody was more trustworthy back then, but it was just a different time. And we'd be there all day, riding rides, getting in trouble. And, Mama would give us a couple of dollars that we'd have to stretch all day to make a phone call or go to Chat and Chew and eat or whatever. And that's basically where we grew up, man. We walk around there with our little piece of paper and pens in our ear trying to holler at girls. It was just a coming of age thing. I learned how to talk to girls at Astroworld. I still got some little memorabilia. You remember those little pictures that they used to take when you first walk in? I still got this. Me and my sister is in here. I was real little on here. But yeah, man, a lot of memories there. Back then, people just more trustworthy, leaving their kids there all day. And some of the best times of my life were at Astroworld. And then as I got older, I worked there. My sister worked there. All my cousins worked there. That's just where everybody came of age. I miss that place. But Astroworld is like one of the most memorable places in my life. I'll never forget it.
All right, this is Accelerate. This ride was pretty chill because, you get on there to feel the wind and the breeze, and it wasn't scary at all. Everybody could get on this ride. All right, so Thunder River, if you want to get wet, this the one you get on because you will be soaked when you get off, and everybody you with can fit in the boat at one time. But if you don't want to get wet, but you want to get on a water ride, of course you do Bamboo Shoot. But y'all, look at this little bitty drop. I could have sworn it was bigger than that when we were little. All right. And then you got Excalibur, which is intermediate. I mean, it wasn't a serpent, but it wasn't a cyclone either. So it was really enjoyable ride. It was one of my favorites. But if you punked out on Excalibur, you go around the corner and get on the serpent. If the serpent go around 2 times. So you thought you was really doing something. This right here, for those of y'all that got on this before the age of 13, I commend you because I didn't step foot on a cyclone until I was a good teenager. Now, everybody know what this is. When you hear, somebody is about to almost have a heart attack. I, on the other hand, only got on it probably one time, maybe twice max. I don't recall riding that ride a lot at all. But look at those seats. Look at this seat. That look like a death trap. Why were we doing this? Man, those were some good times. I'm pretty sure that everybody has some kind of memories at that place that they will cherish forever and ever. And I'm so glad that Travis Scott is keeping the memory of Astroworld alive because it impacted so many of us in so many ways. But let's talk about something else that is well known in HTown. And this is what I'm talking about right here. HTown Slab. S. Slow. L. Loud. And B. Bangin'.
I'm here with someone who is known as Boss around Houston, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about slabs. So, how long have you been in the slab culture? And tell us a little bit about what it is.
I've been on slabs all my life. As a little boy, coming up, we stand on the side of the street. They come down the street, these candy red cars, and we say, "There you go," and that's my car and stuff like that. From you grew up in the ghetto or whatever. That was the thing. That was the thing to have a slab. As a young kid, a young man, that's what we looked up to. The old kids that had slabs. That's the things. That's what we wanted. So I've been in it since as a kid. I mean, I got my first one 2006. I had a Monte Carlo and I had the rims on it, but I didn't feel complete. When you listen to the rappers like Lil Kiki and Fat Pat and Big Coke and Big Hog back in the day, they talking about interior and motor and running through the whole car. You gotta have an old school. If you ain't in the old school, you're not, I'm not saying a new school can't be a slab, you know what I'm saying? But a slab is really, you come from an old school car that's put together, motor, transmission, everything, you know what I'm saying? You did your work on it, you really put your heart into it. Not just buying a car and painting and put some rims on it, and paying the car number and saying I'm slab, to each his own.
So, what advice would you give to someone who wanted to build a slab from scratch?
Well, you want to build one from scratch. Everybody go different ways. Some people, as they get the money, they build as they go. Some people, they save their money until they got all their money. They say, hey, now I'm ready to put it into my car or whatever. Me, I saved mine, went in the shop, and I was out in 7 months. Paint, interior, everything. I was out in 7 months. Some people doing cooking in there. I got homeboys and it took them 3-4 months. I got homeboys and it took them 3-4 years. But it just depends on how the money coming or whatever. I think it's a very expensive project. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think it's a bad investment. I gotta be honest with you. I think it's a bad investment. But it's our culture. So it's like we willing to take that loss. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like your heart. So that's my thing.
Slabs, a huge part of H-Town culture. I just want to thank Boss for sharing Boss Hog with us, man. Your ride is clean.
Folks, this is your boy Big Ruck, or you can call me Devin, whatever. I'm gonna try to make this real brief, okay? All right, so one of my many stories about growing up in Houston, Texas, right? So picture this. This is around 9th grade, right? And I have metal shop, right? Now in metal shop, someone walks up to me and they go, "Hey man, I would love to be y'all DJ, man. I've been watching y'all, man. Y'all fresh, man. I want to be y'all DJ." Now this is around the late 80s, right? So this person has been watching us. Now, if you know anything about hip hop, you know that early on in hip hop, you would always catch people at school battling at the lunchroom tables, right? Somebody bamming on the table or beatboxing, and you got two people rapping against each other, or squads rapping against each other. So we used to do that all the time. Obviously, this person had been watching me and my squad battling everybody else, right? And they were digging what we was doing. So they came to me in class. Now, mind you, this is early on in the school year. So they came to me in class one day and was like, "Yo, I want to be y'all DJ. I've been watching y'all dope. Do y'all need a DJ?" I was like, "Yeah, we do need a DJ. But I gotta talk to everybody else on the squad, and then I'll get back to you." Now, mind you, After that, about 2 days passed. Now, you know, early on in the school year, your schedules, when they're set, they're not actually set. This stuff can change. That's what happened. And it changed. And me and this person got switched out of having the same class together. And I never spoke to them again. And that person ended up being DJ Screw. And that's my HTown story. That's what's up, man.
I would be doing you a disservice if we did not talk about HTown music. We are known for listening to music chopped and screwed, which originated from DJ Screw in the early 1990s. DJ Screw slowed the beat down so much that anybody could hop on it. And then June 27 dropped. And that was the beginning of everybody thinking that they could flow.
Ain't hold up. It's going down. I'm about to wreck shop, man. I'm about to climb. 713 day, yeah, it's all good. Serving up the memories from your neighborhood. We just saw a slab, an old fancy car. Coming to you live from the Houston Noir. Dang! Now y'all know I'm not lying about that flow session. Here we was all standing in a circle, egging our friends on, making them think they sound good and they sound a hot mess. Anyway, before I let you go, we're gonna have a quick grammar session on how to speak the Houston lingo. So pay attention. And those of you that aren't from Houston, you need to take notes. People in Houston, we don't say down. Down is dine. Something is going down. Same context applies to this picture here. Clown is climb. About to climb. All right, this one is a little tricky. So he has two different sayings, men or main, depending on the context. Men is something when you feel. Main is the start of a sentence. Main, hold up. So men or main. Two different things. Remember that. So this one is drank. I don't want to hear nothing about no present tense, past tense. It is what it is, and that's how we say it. This last one is not a baby. It's a baby. Baby. Say it together. Baby. Did y'all get the lingo? Okay. I can go on and on about Houston, but I'm going to shut it down right now with one last word. And this is one of my favorite HTown rappers. And his name is Fat Pat, but you call him Big Pig. Big Pig. All right? See you soon. Don't forget to follow us on social media at Houston Noir. Also, hit that like button and subscribe. See you soon.